What if you could recall every detail of a life you lived centuries ago? For most, this sounds like fantasy. But for a select few throughout history, it's been their reality. These aren't vague feelings or dream-like impressions, but vivid, detailed memories of past existences. Today, we're diving into the extraordinary stories of individuals who've claimed to remember their past lives with astonishing clarity. From ancient rulers to modern-day civilians, these accounts challenge everything we think we know about the nature of consciousness and the permanence of death. The concept of remembering past lives, often called reincarnation, has been a part of many cultures for thousands of years. But the cases we're exploring today go beyond cultural beliefs. These are specific individuals who've provided detailed, often verifiable information about lives they claim to have lived before. While skeptics argue these memories could be explained by cryptomnesia, hidden memories resurfacing, or confabulation, the brain filling in gaps with false memories, the level of detail in some of these cases has left even hardened critics scratching their heads. Let's explore 7 remarkable individuals from history who've claimed to remember their past lives in vivid detail and the impact these memories had on their current lives and those around them. 1. The Dalai Lama's prophetic memory. Tenzin Gyatso, the 14th Dalai Lama, is perhaps the most famous person alive today who claims to remember his past lives. But it's not just his current incarnation that's noteworthy. It's the detailed process by which he was identified as a child. When the 13th Dalai Lama died in 1933, the search for his reincarnation began. Following signs and visions, a search party found a 2-year-old boy named Lamo Dondup in a remote village. The child was presented with various objects, including items that had belonged to the previous Dalai Lama, mixed with similar items. Without hesitation, the young boy correctly identified all the items that had belonged to his predecessor, reportedly saying, "That's mine," in a dialect of Tibetan that his own parents didn't speak. He also recognized members of the search party, calling one by an obscure nickname known only to the previous Dalai Lama. What sets this case apart is not just the child's recognition of objects, but his ability to recount specific conversations and events from his previous life. As he grew older, the Dalai Lama continued to demonstrate knowledge of intricate Buddhist philosophies and practices that he hadn't been taught in his current life. This case challenges our understanding of how knowledge is acquired and stored. How could a young child possess such specific memories and knowledge without prior exposure? The Tibetan Buddhist tradition sees this as clear evidence of reincarnation, while skeptics search for alternative explanations. 2. Shanti Devi, the girl who led 2 lives. In 1930s India, a young girl named Shanti Devi began speaking about her other home in Mathura, a city she had never visited. From the age of 4, Shanti provided detailed information about her past life as a woman named Lugdi Bai, who had died in childbirth a year before Shanti was born. Shanti's case is remarkable for the specificity of her memories. She correctly named her past life husband, Kedar Nath, described the layout of her former home, and even knew about money she had hidden in that life. When investigators took her to Mathura, she navigated the unfamiliar city with ease, recognized people from her past life, and located the hidden money exactly where she said it would be. What makes Shanti's case particularly compelling is the level of scrutiny it received. Mahatma Gandhi himself took an interest, forming a committee to investigate her claims. The committee's report, published in 1936, concluded that Shanti's memories were remarkably accurate and difficult to explain through normal means. Shanti's memories persisted throughout her life. She never married, claiming she was already married to Kedar Nath in her past life. Her case became one of the most well-documented instances of past life recall in the 20th century, challenging skeptics to explain how a young girl could possess such detailed knowledge of a stranger's life. 3. Edgar Cayce, the Sleeping Prophet's past life revelations. Edgar Cayce, known as the Sleeping Prophet, was an American clairvoyant who claimed to access information about past lives, while in a self-induced trance state. What sets Casey apart is not just his own past life memories, but his ability to apparently access information about other people's past lives as well. During his trances, Casey would provide detailed information about his own past incarnations, including a life as Rata, a high priest in ancient Egypt. He described intricate details about Egyptian culture, some of which were later corroborated by archaeological discoveries. But it was Casey's readings for others that truly astounded people. In one famous case, he provided a woman with information about a past life in early 19th century America. The woman was skeptical, but research later uncovered documents that verified many of the specific details Casey had mentioned, including names and dates. Casey's work challenges our understanding of consciousness and the accessibility of information across time. How could he access such specific details about other people's supposed past lives? While skeptics argue his readings were the result of cold reading or lucky guesses, the volume and specificity of accurate information he provided continue to puzzle researchers. 4. Jenny Cockle, the mother who remembered her childhood memories. Jenny Cockle's story is one of the most compelling modern cases of past life memory. Born in England in 1953, Jenny had vivid memories from childhood of a life as Mary Sutton, an Irish woman who had died in 1932. Jenny's memories were remarkably detailed. She recalled the layout of Mary's house, the names of her children, and even the circumstances of her death. What makes Jenny's case extraordinary is that she didn't just remember, she acted on her memories. Driven by a sense of maternal responsibility for the children she remembered, Jenny undertook extensive research to find Mary Sutton's surviving family. Against all odds, she succeeded in locating several of Mary's children, now elderly adults. The reunion between Jenny and Mary's children was emotional and revealing. Jenny knew intimate family details that only Mary could have known. She accurately described the family home, which had long since been demolished, and recalled events from the children's youth that matched their memories. Jenny's case stands out not just for the detail of her memories, but for the tangible impact they had on her current life and the lives of others. Her story raises profound questions about the nature of maternal bonds and whether they can transcend death. 5. Virginia Tighe, the Bridey Murphy sensation. In 1952, Virginia Tighe underwent hypnosis and began speaking with an Irish accent, claiming to be a woman named Bridey Murphy who had lived in 19th century Ireland. Virginia, who had never been to Ireland, provided extensive details about her life as Bridey, including names of family members, descriptions of her home, and even Irish folk songs. The Bridey Murphy case became a media sensation, sparking a nationwide interest in reincarnation. Virginia's detailed recollections seemed to provide compelling evidence for past lives. She described Irish customs, used Gaelic words, and even recalled mundane details like the types of currency used in 19th century Ireland. However, subsequent investigations failed to find concrete evidence of Bridey Murphy's existence. This led skeptics to argue that Virginia's memories were a product of cryptomnesia, forgotten information resurfacing under hypnosis. They pointed out that Virginia had an Irish neighbor as a child who could have been the source of her knowledge. The Bridey Murphy case is significant, not just for its content, but for the debate it sparked. It highlighted the challenges in verifying past life claims and the potential influence of forgotten memories. Whether Virginia's recollections were genuine past life memories or an elaborate construction of her subconscious, her case played a crucial role in bringing the concept of reincarnation into mainstream Western discourse. 6. James Leininger, the World War II pilot reborn. Born in 1998, James Leininger began having vivid nightmares about plane crashes at the age of 2. These weren't just typical childhood dreams. James provided specific details about World War II aircraft and claimed to be a pilot named James Houston, who had been shot down by the Japanese. James's case is remarkable for several reasons. First, the level of detail he provided was extraordinary for such a young child. He knew technical information about Corsair fighter planes, including how they operated and why they were prone to engine failures. He also named the ship he had flown from, the Natoma Bay, and correctly identified a fellow pilot by name. What makes James's case particularly compelling is the extensive research his father undertook to verify his claims. After years of investigation, including tracking down veterans and combing through military records, James's father was able to confirm many of the details his son had provided. They even located members of James Houston's family who confirmed information James had given about Houston's personal life. James's nightmares and memories gradually faded as he grew older, but the impact of his case continues to resonate. It challenges our understanding of how young children can possess such specific knowledge about historical events and technical details they've never been exposed to. 7. Dorothy EDI, the reincarnation of Bentreshit. Dorothy EDI, also known as Seti, claimed to remember a past life as a priestess in ancient Egypt. Born in London in 1904, Dorothy's connection to ancient Egypt began after a fall down the stairs at the age of 3. Following this incident, she began speaking with a foreign accent and demanding to be taken home to Egypt. As an adult, Dorothy moved to Egypt, where she became a respected Egyptologist. What sets her case apart is not just her memories, but her apparent ability to read and understand ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs without formal training. Dorothy provided detailed information about ancient Egyptian culture, much of which was later verified by archaeological discoveries. She claimed to regularly communicate with the spirit of Pharaoh Seti I and provided information about the location of undiscovered archaeological sites. One of the most striking aspects of Dorothy's case was her familiarity with the temple of Seti IV at Abydos. She navigated the ruins with ease, pointing out features that were not yet known to Egyptologists. In one instance, she identified the location of a hidden garden, which was later excavated exactly where she had indicated. Dorothy's case challenges our understanding of how knowledge is acquired and preserved. Her intimate familiarity with ancient Egyptian culture and her apparent ability to access information not known to modern scholars continue to puzzle researchers. These 7 cases of detailed past life recall push the boundaries of our understanding of consciousness, memory, and the nature of human existence. While skeptics argue for more mundane explanations, the level of detail and accuracy in these accounts continues to challenge conventional explanations. Whether these memories are evidence of reincarnation, manifestations of unknown mental processes, or something yet to be explained, they offer a fascinating glimpse into the complexity of the human mind and the enduring mystery of human consciousness. If you have made it this far, comment down below with the word 100% to confirm that you have received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.